One of the main tools that you are required to have on during your spiritual healing journey, right? Going through a spiritual awakening or a spiritual reckoning, which is a word that I came to terms with this morning, this rising, right? Is that you have to have an open mind, right? And that means that you cannot. The one thing that you can't have when you're going through your spiritual reckoning or spiritual awakening is it's like a woe is me victim mentality kind of mindset, because you have to be well aware enough to know that the way that the universe works, okay, and the way that everything works is for every cause there's an effect. If I pick up this exfoliant, you don't know how heavy it is, but I do, right? We know that if anything is if anything is pulled into an atmosphere that has gravity, what goes up must come down, right? Like, you're very aware of that. No matter, even if you don't understand physics to a certain extent, we're aware of that, right? We know that. You can see that, you can hear it. If you're into vibrations, you can feel it. You feel the vibration of this dropping, right? So with that being said, there is an awareness that you have, even if your triggers or your trauma try to safeguard it or keep it, right? You do have an awareness to know that for every cause, there's a reaction or there's an effect. Even if you were not, how can I say this? We have to take accountability for the shit that even happens to us, because at some point in your life, on your journey, you were a part of it, right? Somehow, some way. Now, I'm not saying that it's your fault, but I'm saying there's there's a level of accountability that must be taken, and that allows you to put things into perspective, right? I feel like one of the most popular things that I see is that people, we all kind of start our spiritual awakening with our childhood trauma. So it goes back to like things you're extremely sensitive, very empathetic, very, you might feel a little more friendlier with people because you're like, oh my God, I totally understand. Like, when you go through a spiritual awakening and spiritual reckoning, your heart will implode. You will be like, oh my God, why am I so sensitive to that? Why does that make me feel the way it makes me feel? Oh, right? First of all, you need to understand that the basis of love, the highest frequency of all, is love, right? Everybody's like, God is love, God is love, God is love. And yes, in spirituality, God, the name, can change in so many variations. And the more that you go down the rabbit hole, whichever way you decide to go down that rabbit hole, whether you be like, oh, it's dark and it's scary down there, I ain't going all the way down there just yet. Eventually you will, trust me. Because you're going to creep and you're going to want to see, hello. Yeah, you gonna go down there. You gonna go. But, God is love, right? So when you are wanting to understand how God works, the universe works, the source of all of humanity and everything in the world, you're gonna feel very sensitive towards things that you may have never felt sensitive towards, very empathetic, very understanding, because you are in the process of understanding yourself. You're going to be in the process of understanding yourself. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm trying to figure me out. Do you fucked up too? Shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to know, like, hey, you're going to be able to recall stuff from your childhood damn, the way that happened wasn't right. The way such treated me wasn't right. You know what I really needed when I was a kid? You know, the love that would have molded me and shaped me to be a stronger person, or in this face of adversity, if I had this skill or this coping mechanism rather than that, I feel like I would have been set up for life better. We do also understand that, listen, the people in our lives who hurt us, sometimes they didn't have the right tools to be better, or they just didn't choose to embody you know what I'm saying, to embody better people that we needed at that time. So to embody the energy, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, in the spiritual realm, spirits is real, and they hop from vessel to vessel, right? That is why there's spiritual warfare. But the accountability of being like, ooh, that happened to me. Well, it happened for me. Eventually, you'll get there, right? I don't want to give you too much, but you are gonna have to sit with the accountability. Like, well, because that happened, right? It's the inner dialogue. I love to talk about inner dialogue. You got to have inner dialogue. You got to be in tune with yourself. Okay, your higher self, and you got to be on the same page. Your higher self is the conscious awareness that you see things from a whole different place, a whole different level. But when you guys are in tune, hello. When your higher self is like, that's the reason why we act like that, because of whoop-de-wham, what we accepted and what we allowed ourselves to deal with. Oh, yeah. When you put two and two together, it makes accountability easy. But then you also have to be able to, hold that third party energy person. You got to hold them accountable too, and that make him with boundaries. And I know I'm taking you fast. I don't want to give you too much too soon, but it's some things to think about. So if you're new to your spiritual journey, you're just starting off, there's some things to think about. You got questions? You looking for a mentor? Me? Hello? I'm here to help. That's what I do. Okay? Initial offer, $20. $20. Have a one-on-one session with me. What are your goals? What are you looking to achieve? What do you hope to get from your spiritual journey? Okay? If you're looking for somebody to kind of give you day-to-day instruction, guess what? I have something that will work for you in regards to that too. Reach out to me. Let's talk. Again, the initial offer is $20. Okay? $20. Go to the link in my bio if you have more questions. Don't be afraid to inbox me, hit me up, DM me, all of that. Get at me. Love and light, peace.